As with any guard, for example, daily Eva, spider guard, lasso, they're very much so interconnected, and then you have X guard, and you have all these different types of guards, and they're very much so connected. So, deep half, in half guard you have standard half guard where it's close, trying to get the underhook. You're getting also possibly a knee shield where you create space. And then you have deep half where you're literally underneath your partner or your opponent so that you're able to tilt them to the left, to the right, and figure out which way you can get to the top. The objective of any guard really is to use that guard to get to the top, to sweep, or potentially set up submissions. But typically you're going to use that guard, especially in the earlier stages of your jiu-jitsu, in order to get to the top. Then you'll see patterns of opportunities that maybe you could have actually submitted from the bottom. There's a lot of different submissions, but in the earlier stages, you're using that to get to the top, sweep. So, half guard, knee shield, which is a half guard, and now deep half. Kristen Barty. So, my objective is to get underneath, okay? So what happens here is that I have, let's say, knee shield, okay? And I'm gonna go up for kind of an underhook. Now this hand is gonna hook under his leg, but he's not gonna fall. He's gonna stay up, okay? And his knee is gonna slide forward so he's got stability in base, okay? This hand is gonna hide right here, and my right hand is typically gonna be maybe grabbing the belt, okay? So I can begin to shift his weight. He's gonna try to stay balanced as he walks his foot back and knee back to stay balanced. So I can pitch him back this way, and my legs pendulum. Okay? I have to keep this hand hidden because he can attack a Kimura with my hands out here dangling, okay, and doing nothing. Everything in jiu-jitsu has purpose, and your hand has no purpose here, okay? The next thing you have to keep in mind is he's gonna be wedged right about here. You want your head and spine aligned with this hand hidden, okay? For those of you with shorter legs, okay, you're gonna be able to hook underneath right here, okay? And you're gonna be able to move them around very nicely here in a deep half, okay? We'll go over what opportunities you have from here, but ideally you wanna cover if you have a hook right here, okay? So that I am moving him back this way, he'll probably lean forward, and then I can push him forward as his hands go on the mat right here. From here, I can begin to slide my hips to keep and stay underneath. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is, Chris and I didn't really rehearse this, I want to keep my head on his thigh, and I cannot let him push my head off to the side or get his left leg over so he gets to the other side. I have to keep it wedged here, so if he tries to move his left leg across, he's actually getting off balance here, okay? From here, as you see, my right hand is on the back. Even here, I'm pulling down this way. There's a lot of different options here, but the key is to control this leg here, okay? With your knees covering. If you can hook, for me, it's hard to hook, okay? I can walk it back here, and maybe get it right about here. Because when you hook this, you're able to shift them this way, and then get out from here. Potentially take his back. Other ways you can just shuck him off. But the key is the entry. You're gonna see. Okay. So the entry is gonna be like this. His leg's gonna be up. And this hand. Thank you. Okay. Now he is trying to stay balanced. So the key is that you just don't flop over and fall. So here, I'm controlling his legs so he can't take it out. From here, I'm moving this way. He gets his hands on the mat. He tries to restabilize. And then move my hips back this way here. Okay? Moving back this side here. He walks his back. And I'm keep moving my hips. I don't want to be rolling like a rolling pin. Okay? Now I know he's got his foot tucked here, which is okay. Just be careful so that if you roll back this way, your foot is not flared out so you don't tear your knee. So your toes are tucked in under your butt. So if you do end up going this way, okay, you end up getting that half guard and your knee's not compromised. So, you want? Right. Whenever you dive underneath for a deep half, your hand is going to be, if his knee's down, I want to hook this leg. So here, if his knee's up, you here, and here. I just want to cover this foot so he can't get out. This hand, I could be at the hip, I could be at the back, okay? And I just want to be shifting his weight back and forth. You can also use your feet, okay, for pinching your knees. So I'm constantly shifting his weight, okay? Because from here, I can go and just essentially throw him off when you go out the back door, hold on to the belt. Use the belt to push to the back of the knee, and then you pull in order to get back on top of it, okay? But the entry is key. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna have your partner with that foot up, okay? As I come up, right here, okay? My right hand is gonna go under his right leg. And I'm gonna pendulum, I'm gonna straighten my legs out and pendulum them to the ceiling as I roll underneath. So here, right here. This is where I wanna be, and I wanna have a good control here. Because now he's floating on me and I'm controlling, and I don't wanna expose this arm. Remember, this arm has to hide, okay? So that he can't attack it. Because if it's floating out here, you can Kimura it. Come on. And then now you got a problem. Okay? So here, hinge, and then insert it. Try to do it all in one motion here, okay? Because I want us to get to this particular sweep here. So as I'm shifting him this way here, he begins to slide back here, okay? From here, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna gable grip right around his thigh, okay? From here, and sometimes you could even get a submission here. Yeah. But what I want to do is I want to put his knee on the mat. So this is where we're going to get to, but you have to start with having the proper position here. If you can hook this leg, good. His legs are too short, mine are too long. So I'm going to shift him over this way here. And as he shifts backwards, I'm going to scoop my hip to realign myself and stay straight, okay? Ultimately, I want to get to here. Here, so I can take his knee and try to get it to the mat to trigger reaction. Don't fall. He's going to try to get that knee up, and I go into an over-under pass. Okay, Ryan and I didn't practice this either, so you guys will understand. The entry is key, and all we're going to do is practice the entry, hiding this hand. Okay? Come up. And I just want to keep shifting him. Shifting. Shifting here. Keeping the legs as up as I can. Get to here, even better. Okay? But I want you guys, hand hidden, pulling the belt down. Because here, whether it's the belt or it's the gi, I'm pulling here, he leans forward. I can push also here. He's going to sit back. And I readjust my hips here. The key is keeping this leg from coming out. Okay? And then eventually on the second go around, we're gonna get to the sweep. Okay? So this hand is pulling and your shoulder is kind of shrugging into his thigh. So you have good connectivity here, here, here. Until we shift it. And you're gonna be going in a circle. Forward. And readjust it. Head aligned with your whole spine. Because what I want to do is get to this just takes practice. We do 5 reps each. So as from a knee shield, I'm going to come up. This hand, you can even do this. Okay. I mean, I know I probably can't reach that foot. Maybe I can. Slide up. I can't. Fine. Here. Pull. And I'm rocking. Constantly keeping this adjusted and staying straight so my head's aligned with my spine. I can push here and constantly keeping him floating here. My head has to be connected to his left thigh, and I cannot let him push my head down and step over. Okay? Because if you go that way, sit on your left side. Left side, sit on your right. Face that way. Hold my head, sit up. My head, with the right hand. With the right hand. Now on the top side. Okay? And from here, he'll grab that knee and he'll try to push, especially with that push. Yes. Okay. I cannot let him get into this position here. If I do, I have to use that approach. Okay. Back up. But the point is just edge. Entry's key. 5 handles. One more time. And your knees are going to pinch. And you're going to pin. 1, 2. And you're here. Constantly adjusting here. You're going to circle. Tip him this way here. As he walks it back. Knees. And constantly moving. And constantly readjusting. I want to rock him. I can. This way, you lean forward. And forward. So that this whole time, he doesn't have, if I stop moving, typically they'll take that left hand, push the head down, and they'll step over. Okay? Which is not good. Not deadly, but okay, you don't want to do this. So let's practice 5 entries each. And if you got problems, let me know. Remember, it's going to be either deep half or deep shit. Make it deep half.